Yeah. Anything you want to grab, just however you can make it work.
Oh, well, there you go. How do you know if it's working now?
I'm assuming.
It is working. How do you start it? Did you start it? Okay.
Hell yeah. Good work.
So I don't know if Baxter told you, but he's had lessons when he was in 7th grade,
Okay.
and we
And you're
both
in
got
8th
lessons.
grade now? Gotcha.
And I once a month watch a bunch of YouTube videos and really know nothing. But
Okay.
and every time I go back at it, I have to go back to step 1. So
Okay.
assume we know nothing.
Okay. That's usually the best way to start. What's you guys' names, by the way?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Bill.
Bill. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm James. That's fine. Alright, what kind of music you guys into?
Oh, I love rock. My favorite bands are. I don't know if you were in here the last time I came in, but one of you guys did a research on what guitar Bill Nelson from Bebop Deluxe played.
Oh my god, that was me, yeah.
Yeah.
That was me. I don't know, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's one of the ones, like it's that red one in the middle.
I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but okay.
But that type of music, I love opening riffs, Blue Oyster Cult, and
Okay.
so,
Okay.
that type of stuff.
Awesome. What about you?
It's
About the same, okay. That is usually what happens.
What's the one? Oh, Deep Purple we were trying to play, right?
Yes.
Everyone, yeah.
What is it? It's the... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a really easy riff. That's why it's pretty. Most people play it wrong too. Most people go like, whoops. But in fact, he just does it like this. And he actually plays it with his fingers. He was a finger style player.
Blackmore.
Mhm. Yeah, he's big on that kind of stuff. He just great guitar player. So yeah, we'll start with the basics, right? So like your basic open chords, like this is your guitar 101 stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna assume you know the names of the strings: E, A, D, G, B, E.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Eddie ate Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I like to say everybody gets drunk at elections, because I feel bad for Eddie. It reminds me of Eddie reminds me of like a dog's name. So anytime somebody says that, I'm like, oh no, a dog died. That sucks. I don't know. I'm extremely neurotic. I'm sorry. So we're gonna go over some of the like I said, the most basic chords that you can play. Your just basic open chords. This is the kind of stuff where like if you can play these like 9, 10 chords, you can pretty much do anything or play any song, and then from there we can build like different exercises and stuff like that. But we'll just start off with the basics. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a G major chord. Okay? So you're going to take your middle finger, and that's going to go on the 3rd fret of the low E string.
With the one with the dot.
Yeah, so when I say put your finger on the 3rd fret, that means you count up to the 3rd fret, and then you put your finger directly behind it. And by behind it, I mean like towards the headstock, right? So 1, 2, so the frets are the actual metal bars. So if I want to be on the 3rd fret, I'm going to put my finger right behind that 3rd bar. Right? So just like that. Cool. And then, does everybody, we need picks for everybody. One for you. And one for you. And also, we're going to have to do a little dance real quick and tune all these guitars. Somebody hasn't been doing their job.
No. They get out of tune pretty quickly all by themselves.
Yeah, usually like every day.
So in my playing around, I felt my fingers were too fat.
Nah. No such thing.
I just practiced that, I guess.
Yeah, go look at Warren Haynes' fingers. That dude's got some sausages.
Who's that?
Warren Haynes.
Okay.
Here, let me see your guitar.
What's that?
That's
Music
what they
was
are. Yeah, that one was flat and this one was sharp. Okie dokie. Cool. And I can actually show you how to do that before we wrap up today.
We know how to tune. We've got a little tuning, not by ear, but you were looking at something.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's good to know how to tune by ear. I can do that, but like, use the tuner just to be able to get everything like, well, and like so we're all the same, you know. It's not a perfect pitch, so I can't just like I can hear an E most of the time, and then I can go from there. Usually, like, I can hear the difference between, like, if I hear an A after that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably an A. But if I just hear a random pitch by itself, I can't, like, I don't know what it is, you know, because I'm not a magician. Okay, so, second finger, 3rd fret, low E string. There you go. You're going to want to move that way one, all right? And then we're going to put our pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. So this kind of maneuver going on.
That already seems awkward to me.
We'll get there, don't worry. Now we're going to take these two fingers, pinky and ring, and they're going to go on the top 2 strings of the 3rd fret. Flip that around, please.
What does that mean? Oh, this one up there and that one down there. Oh, that makes it a little clearer.
And so these two fingers are going to be in the same fret as this finger. There you go.
Down here?
On the 3rd fret, top 2 strings.
There and there?
They're on the same fret. So you're going to move your pinky back one towards that stock.
I'm sorry.
All
Everything goes on the 3rd fret.
Wow.
Yeah, so just remember, it's supposed to feel weird and shitty. Like, it's not like, nothing we're going to do is going to be comfortable for your hands. So don't look for something to be like, if it feels weird and bad, you're probably doing the right thing. Like, it's just the way it is.
Maybe coming out like, okay, like that. Okay.
That looks good.
Not touching the middle too.
Yes, those stay open. Perfect. Make sure you want to you're holding down this string as tight as you can.
Down there.
This one you don't want.
Oh, and you know, you're there.
This one with this finger,
Yeah.
and then with the pinky in that same area on the bottom one.
Like that.
Yes.
And make sure this is on this A string. There you go. Perfect. There we go.
Okay, yeah, lesson's over.
Not quite yet, unfortunately. So what I want us to do is make sure that our fingers are arched, right? So they're all have a healthy arch like that. The other thing is, we want to make sure that our wrist isn't like this. So make sure our wrist is straight. Okay?
Like that.
Now don't pull your shoulder up. Just keep your shoulder square. Just relax, man. Just chill out, dude. Everything's cool. There we go. Cool. So I take it we can all count to 4, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Good. Hell yeah. Alright. Now, we're going to recite the alphabet backwards while we do kidding. So here's what we're going to do. Let's take this chord shape right here. Okay, just keep your fingers down. And we're going to take these 2 fingers, all right? And they're going to come up 1 string apiece. I mean, pitch-wise. So they're going to go like that, okay?
Like that?
Yeah, and then you're going to skip this string.
What is, not hit
So
that
you're not going to play, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so start there and then go down like that.
Yep.
And
Yep, perfect. Okay, well done. All right, now here's what we're going to do. This is where things get complicated, okay?
what? Your hands are hurting. You're bleeding. I got blisters on my fingers. No, that's from playing drums.
Yeah, I actually like injured myself. I got like a weird blister that's going on here. I don't know why. I'm just like.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny. Like I've been playing for 20 years, and I still get like. I mean, the injuries are more frequent now than they've ever been. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna switch back. 4 switch. Hell yeah. Alright, you guys are fired. Get out of here. I joke. I kid. That's good. Yeah, we're doing good. Let's start from the top. I'm going to count us in and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, too soon.
Okay.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Back to 1. 2, 3, 4. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, the goal isn't to get 4 strums in. The goal is to strum in time, right?
Okay.
So even if you miss one, just come back in the next beat, right?
Okay.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't. That's the like I said. The point is not to hit it a number of. I mean, yeah, we want to play it 4 times, but if you miss one, just skip it and come back. You're sharp down here, so move these all back that way.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that really?
There you go. Can you switch? Now, as a beginner, one thing that can really help is to take your thumb and point it towards the headstock. So it's going to sit like this.
Okay. Oh, that just.
Made it nice.
Holy cow. It's comfortable all of a sudden.
Now, the thing is, you'll see me a lot of times my thumb's like up here like this.
But you're not a beginner.
Right, and I use my thumb.
Yeah, you
But yeah, for now, it can really help to have that way. That's like a really old school technique. A lot of people don't teach that anymore. But if you go to like music school, they'll show you that. Like sometimes, I don't know. I didn't go to music school. So. Okay, we're on the top. Let's do this again. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Good. 2, 3, 4. Hell yeah. All right, we're getting somewhere. Stretch your hands. Shake your hands out. Give yourself a break. Well done, guys.
We're cruising.
All right, now it's going to get really difficult because we're going to go to another chord. We're going to play a D chord now.
And that was a G chord we just
We had
played.
a G and then C.
G and C.
C add 9 specifically, and then D major. Okay? So what we're going to do is when we go from here to here, this finger stays where it is. So third finger stays where it is. And then your pointer finger is going to come down here to the 2nd fret on the G string. There we go. And then your second finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the high E string. So this bad boy down here.
Wait a minute. Goes there.
Yes.
Okay, and then where's that one? That's
This one goes on the 2nd fret as well.
there.
Actually, I'm sorry. So your ring finger is going to play this note here. Then this finger is going to come up to the 2nd fret on the high E string.
It's like that, and then this. No.
Move this up that way. One.
There.
Yep. This one goes on the high E string on the 2nd fret, which is the smallest one.
Okay.
Move the back one. There you go. There you go. That's a D major chord.
Right there? Holy cow.
So this is
And
a common
all-
mistake. So one thing you want to be aware of is as things get more difficult, don't do like this with your elbow. So a lot of times people will try to make themselves more comfortable by pulling their elbow. All it does is push the neck away from your body and twist your wrist around, and that sucks. So the more you can do to keep things like the whole guitar parallel to the ground, neck straight this way, your thumb right where it should be, 45-degree angle here, straight onto your wrist. Bang. Here we go.
And which
Shoulder
string
splitter.
should I be hitting on this chord?
You can play from the A string and up. Relax your wrist here. So one of the things you want to keep in mind is you always want to have a little bit of space down here in the palm of your hand. So if you're coming up like this, something is wrong. And that's just going to make things way more difficult. So just make sure there's space here. As if you were holding an egg in your hand. Good, good. Sick. Now play from the A string up. Good. Now do that. I kid. So here's where we're gonna, let me, go ahead and play it again for me. Let me hear it. Let's just get comfy with that. Relax your pinky. So you don't ever want your pinky to come behind the neck, right?
So what did I do with it?
Just let it relax here. I let all my fingers kind of hang out together. Right? So whenever I'm like, even if I'm doing like single note lines,
Alright.
they all hang out. I try to have as little movement happening at all times. That's one of my
Alright,
things.
so if I go back, it's that and that.
So am I playing this way or this way?
Just play it down for now. It doesn't matter which way you play, the note's the same either way. When you start thinking about like down or up is when we start thinking about like strumming patterns. Right?
And then I forgot, how do I get to the third chord that you told us? This is the second one,
Yeah.
right?
So remember, just leave your third finger where it was. Your ring finger stays where it was. Everything else comes off. Pointer finger goes to the second fret of the D string. Nope. So yeah, this is gonna come away. This needs to stay right where it was.
Oh, sorry. No, right there.
One more.
Right
There
there.
you go.
Yep.
And this goes to the second fret of the high E string. And this goes to the second fret of the G string.
Like that?
Yeah, move it down one. There you go. And then put that one there on the G string. Yeah. Move it down one. Like here.
Oh, up one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Up
so
is down.
Yeah, because we're talking about pitch.
Okay.
Make sure this finger's not hitting this high string. Yeah.
Sounds good though. These chords sound good, don't
Yeah, they're good
Like
chords. That's why I use them so much. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna do what we did before. We're gonna add this chord in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right? 3, 4. Switch to C.
they? I'm gonna have trouble.
We can go really slow. You guys can set the tempo. Right?
Okay, so I go back to this, which is these two there.
This finger needs to go that way one. Perfect. Move that one down one, or up one. There you
And then these two slide one string down.
go. Mm-hmm.
And then we
Perfect.
all right. And the third one is
D.
I forget.
So it's ring finger on the second from the bottom of the third, middle finger on the bottom of the second, pointer, third, and the second.
I'm
So
not-
this stays where it is.
Yeah,
Get rid of your pinky, that's not gonna do
that's
anything.
right.
This one goes that way one. On the second fret. Move it up one. Other way. This goes on the high E string on the second fret. So other side.
Yeah, down here.
Yes.
Like that?
Yes. Make sure this one isn't blocking the high E string.